Have you ever watched the Oscars and there's someone on stage and then they invite someone up from the crowd? Well, the Oscars does a great job of making sure that there are no awkward transitions at your event. So that's what I'm here to talk to you about. And these are 5 types of event transitions that are going to make your event amazing. So the transition number 1 is person to person. Now imagine that I'm here in the studio and I might have person 1 and I might have person 2. Well, I might say, hey Sean, I'm so glad that you're here with me today, and I'm just thankful that you're here to answer this question of what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? And then Sean would immediately pick up the conversation, right? So it would be smooth, it would be seamless. And at a virtual event, at a hybrid event, and at an in-person event, that is exactly what we want to do as well. So here's actually a picture from a recent event that we did. And so this is our founder and president, Billy Bowie. And the keynote speaker just got done giving his talk, said thank you to the crowd, and then Billy Bowie came up on stage, our founder and president, and gave him a knuckle bump and then immediately took over from the event. And so if you're doing an in-person event or a hybrid event, you want to think through these person-to-person transitions. Who's going to take over from who? Are they going to introduce that person? There's a lot that goes into it, but that is the type of transition number 1. Number 2 is person to video. So imagine that you're on stage or someone else is on stage and they're like, and check out this video. You're supposed to have a video, right? Where's the video? Where did it go? Well, this is behind the scenes of that very same event, and this is what our tech crew called Video Land. So behind the scenes, we were changing camera angles, and if you zoom in here, you can see that there are other computers with slide decks, and in those slide decks, there were also a separate computer with videos. So when a person said, and now to video, it immediately went to the correct video that played. So person to video is incredibly important. The third transition you want to think through is video to person. After that video ends, you want to make sure that if someone else is coming up to take over, that they are ready to go. So video to person looks as simple as the video is rolling and it's playing and everyone's watching it and they're having a good time. And then when the video ends, that person that is supposed to be up there, maybe with 30 seconds left on the clock, they come up and they are ready to go to take over from the video. They might even talk about the video briefly. Well, that is exactly what we did behind the scenes, again, at this very same event. We had a team behind the scenes with headsets on that were communicating with the video crew and with the speakers that were going to be on stage that said, hey, it's your time to go up on stage and the video has 30 seconds left. So at the 30-second mark, I want you to walk out and I want you to stand on this spot on the stage. So it's really, really simple. That is a great way to make sure that your event goes very, very smoothly. The next one is person to activity. Now for this scenario, you're gonna have a person on the stage and they are talking about what is gonna happen next. Maybe they're telling the audience, hey, you're gonna go down the hallway to the right, and then you're gonna go out on the tennis courts, which is exactly, again, what happened at this event that we produced for our client. So what we actually did is we brought up the founders of the organization. So this is a nonprofit, and one of the founders of the organization explained what was going to happen. And then outside, we had a tech team behind the scenes that was getting ready for everyone to come out. And what they were doing is they were assembling what's called joy jars. And these joy jars were donated to children in hospitals. So they were stuffing them full. And then those joy jars, once they were assembled, then they were taken to the hospitals for a donation. Well, here, one of the things that we like to think about at Elevate is making sure that we are one step ahead of the game. So if you're going from person to activity, you've got to make sure that the activity is ready to go. And what we also prefer to do is to have a sound system with a microphone and some music playing and someone that's out there on the microphone welcoming them into the space to make sure it goes smoothly. So this is another quick example. We had a keynote speaker that said, hey, I really want to do this activity with the crowd. Can you help me? Of course, they're a client, so we said, yes, of course. We would love to help you with that. Well, one of the things that he did is he provided a little electronic candle for every single person in the audience. So we had to set those out during a break. And during the break, every single candle was underneath there. So the people came in, the keynote speaker was on stage. He brought people up on stage with them. And then at a certain point, he said, now reach under your chair, turn it on, and the lights dimmed. So our tech crew was ready. And every single person in the audience turned on their candle. And it was a really, really impactful moment. So from person to activity could look different. Maybe it's transitioning out of the room, or maybe it's doing something in the room. And the final transition to think about, and this might not be the final transition ever, but it's the final tip that I have for you today, which is person to a break. And of course, I've got some fun emojis right there. And this is a break area that you can see. It was outdoors. We had a tent set up because it was hot outside. And so what happened is people went to a different tent, got their food, and then came into this one and were able to sit down. And again, we had a sound system. We had someone on the microphone. It actually happened to be me in this area. I was at the lunch and the break and the snack area, as well as on stage and doing a couple of other things at the event. But at that break area, all we simply did, we said, hey, this part of the audience, you're gonna leave from this side of the room, and this side of the audience, you're gonna leave from this side of the room. You're gonna go and get your snack, you're gonna enjoy it, and then you're gonna hear our voices telling you to come back inside. And it was a really seamless and smooth transition. Well, those are the 5 different types of transitions that we have for you: person to person, person to video, video to person to activity, and person to break. So those are the 5 different types of event transitions. If this was helpful for you, we've got a great resource, because maybe you really enjoy doing icebreakers for transitions of your event, maybe person to person or from video to person. Those are some great ways to do that, is to do an all audience icebreaker. And brand new on our website, you can go to the link in the description below of this video, but we have refreshed a lot of our most popular icebreakers that we've even taught here on YouTube, and you can find how to do it in the playlist of icebreaker games. And these are what it looks like. So you can grab That's Me, or Think Fast, or What's That Song? And stay tuned, because we have even more. If you don't find one of those that's up there right now, we are constantly updating and adding brand new ones monthly. If this video was helpful for you, we would be so honored if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to click the subscribe button and then click the little bell icon, which means you're gonna get notified every time we drop a brand new video. And stay tuned, because we've got more great ones heading your way about how to execute great events. And we've got some really fun new icebreakers coming as well. All right, y'all, this has been fun, and I'll catch you later.